We're here at ARC World Forum in Orlando, Florida. I'm pleased to welcome Editor Emeritus of SupplyChainBrain, Jean Murphy.
Hello. Today I'm speaking with Tom Egan, Vice President Industry Services at PMMI. Welcome, Tom.
Hey, Jean.
Last year, PMMI announced the launch of the Alliance for Innovation and Operational Excellence. Tell us how that's going.
Thanks for asking. Last year when we were here and we had a chance to talk, we were just announcing that launch, and it is a bit of a long name, so sometimes we refer to it as AIOE or the Alliance. And in a short statement, Jean, it's going very well. A year ago at this time when PMMI began the Alliance, we had about 50 CPG companies or consumer packaged goods companies, and now we're upwards of 75 or 80 companies involved and over 100 of their operations executives. And really, when we formed the Alliance, we are bringing together operations executives to identify the best practices of consumer packaged goods companies for their production operations. So it's a sweet spot, it's a need that's in the industry, and we've been very, very fortunate to have a strong response from the industry and from GMA, the grocery manufacturers, who is one of our charter partner associations.
So in addition to identifying best practices, what other results do you expect to see?
So when we started last year, we had a couple of groups. We call them solutions groups or share groups, and they're really communities that take a look at a particular product or need that is in the industry. One of them, for example, is the Operational Reliability Solutions Group. They took a look at overall equipment effectiveness, another abbreviation, or OEE, and said it would be very helpful for us to talk about the best ways to implement OEE within our operations. So operations executives from the CPG companies, big and small, got together, started to talk about what they thought were going to be the best practices for implementing it, and now we're sharing that with the whole industry. So the Alliance is releasing a paper, in fact it'll just be done this month, that talks about OEE implementation in consumer packaged goods companies, and it applies big and small. We have another one for sustainability. A big area right now is workforce development. It is affecting every company in the supply chain. That need to have a trained workforce, a reliable and responsible, a flexible and adaptable workforce because of all the changing needs that we have in our production operations. And so this group is taking a look and saying, how can we bring in new employees to our operation, motivate them and encourage them to make this a career within the opportunities that we have in our companies. So we have about 5 of these solutions groups, and 4 of them will be developing a white paper or a best practice and releasing that here in the first quarter of 2012.
Is there also a website?
There is, pmmi.org/AIOE, so everything but the U, pmmi.org, AIOE, and you can go there and see all the different solutions groups, the focus, and the companies that are already participating.
And where do you see the Alliance going in the future?
It's a good question. I think it will be strongly continuing and frankly expanding into some other areas. We see a need for an engineering solutions group that would be looking at issues that are on the production floor from a little bit more technical area. So you've got the workforce, and then of course you've got the technical elements assigned with the packaging and processing line itself. We see that group starting up. We think that the work products will continue to roll out. For example, the overall equipment effectiveness report that I mentioned is now going to be turned into a series of webinars, and the executives that help to put that together will also be participating in the webinar to show another way or to share not only what's in the report, but to answer questions that companies may have. That is going to build one on top of another and really enable the whole of the industry, large and small companies, to benefit from the collected thoughts and ideas on best practices that the groups themselves are formulating.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
I've been speaking with Tom Egan of PMMI about the Alliance for Innovation and Operational Excellence. Thank you for watching.